Welcome to 13 Not Reviews, and today we'll be reviewing Haunt, 2019 film, directed by Scott Beck and Brian Woods, which were also the writers, I think, for A Quiet Place as well. Haunt is an hour and 32 minutes long. I really don't know what the budget is on it. I don't even know where to guess what the budget would be on this. But here's the DVD we'll be reviewing. Bonus features, director's commentary behind the Haunt, sound of Haunt. I didn't watch the bonus features. I'm gonna tell you what though, this DVD's cover art is very generic as fuck. Put out by who did put this motherfucker out? Entertainment One, I guess. I don't know, but it was generic as fuck. What are you carving this Halloween? Some monsters are real. Synopsis on this film. On Halloween, a group of friends encounter an extreme haunted house that promises to feed on the darkest fears. The night turns deadly as they come to the horrifying realization that some nightmares are real. The boogeyman is real, and you found him. Now, the film, acting in the film was, nothing blew me away. But the acting in the film was good. Katie Stevens played Harper, and Will Britton is Nathan. Both of them I thought did a good job. Lauren McLean is Bailey. She did an excellent job. I mean, the performances really didn't jump out at me or anything. I thought it was filmed good. So we started out the film, and I guess Harper's having some boyfriend issues, and he's throwing pumpkins at the house and stuff, and their friends trying to get him to break up. So they get her to come out to a Halloween party. I think it's a little stale or something, so they decide to hit a haunted house. Now, the weird part about this film is how they found the fucking haunted house. They did see the flyer, I guess, and they start taking off and looking for a haunted house. Now, a truck's following them, and just happens to be the girl in the back seat's like, turn left. They see the truck following them, turn left. I guess it was following them from the club. Turn left, and they park to see if the truck would come up, and the truck never came up. And then all of a sudden these lights come up, haunted house, and everybody takes it as a sign. So it was a very odd way for them to find the haunted house when this was not the one they were looking for. Some little odd things like that happen in this film. They just don't work out like that. But once they start going in, as you can see, the cover is generic as fuck. These are the haunters. I actually like that dude. That dude's costume is kind of cool. It reminds me of the Glory Hole Scream mask, though, from the MTV bullshit series, I guess. I don't even know if it's a bullshit series. I've never seen it, but it looked fucking shitty. The mask, I think the mask what turns me off, because it looks like a fucking sex mask. You stick something in. But once they get in, it slowly gets worse each time. Each part they go in, and they end up splitting up. There's a couple of movies that this reminds me of, and one being Haunted Ween, a film in I think it was the early 90s or in the 90s. It's kind of a it's an indie film out of Kentucky. If you haven't seen that, you like this film, definitely go watch that. There was a scene taken from that film. Now, whether it's paying homage or they just ripped it pretty much from Haunted Ween, I don't know. I need to go back and watch Haunted Ween to see what other, because this movie did remind me of Haunted Ween a lot. You had, that scene was cool in this one, though, the one they ripped. But they come in and there was a group that went in ahead of them. And they do the thing where it looks like they're torturing somebody in front of them to make it part of the act. So the whole time, you're trying to figure out if this is real, if it's not real, one thing again. and I'm gonna try not to tell you whether it is or whether it isn't. But the film kind of has a 31 vibe to it. The film has kind of the collection or collector vibe to it, and Haunted Ween. I mean, of course, all the other haunted house movies as well. Now, there is some of the masks, like I said, were kind of cool that they used. And building through a haunted house films, I would put this right there about like with Hellfest. If you've seen Hellfest, I think this is right there with it as far as good wise. Not as good as House's October Build, I don't think, because I like that film a lot. But better than part two, I think. I just didn't, part two just really didn't do a whole lot for me, I don't think. From what I remember, it's been a while since I watched it. I need to revisit that film. This film is also produced by Eli Roth. So, if you like Eli Roth films, I mean, it's got his name on it. He produced it. I don't know if he had anything to do with the writing and everything. Well, he obviously didn't have to do with the writing. He definitely wasn't directing it. But I guess he put some money up for it and put his name on it. So, and I usually like the films he puts his name on. Clown, Aftershock. A lot of people didn't like that. I kind of liked it. And this one, like I say, I didn't hate it. I didn't hate it. It's not that much at Walmart. I don't know if there's a Blu-ray release for it. I mean, it's not that much online. You can get it probably $12 or something. But the ending, I like the ending to it. I didn't think they were gonna. I thought they were gonna botch the ending on this one, and they kind of surprised me with the ending. They kind of surprised me with the stuff that went on in the haunted house, but. Like I said, some of the stuff just seemed to work out a little too good at times, or whether you're supposed to. They even added like in the escape room type thing where you got to look for stuff. The Haunted Ween, you'll notice it. The one scene that I seen that looked like it was took from Haunted Ween was the gate thing where they have to look through and see somebody being tortured or whatever, or something happening to them. The kills were hit and miss in it, I guess. The haunt people, they were into some kind of like, you got the mask, but there's something underneath the mask too when they show you that. I'm not going to tell you about all that because I kind of want to give everything away in the film. But okay, there was one scene. This dude right here, he talks a little more, so I liked his character a little more than anybody else because you'll see in the film. But there's one scene where they're like asking him to take off his mask. Take off your mask. We want to know what you look like. I mean, what's your name? And he's like, you can call me Mitch. And of course, he don't want to tell him his real name. They try to make you believe that it's being set up by one person, and you'll find out whether it is or not in the film. I'm not going to tell you who. But I didn't think they really did a great job of leading you to the conclusion of whether this is real, whether it ain't. But it is definitely better than Extremity. I'll go ahead and tell you that right now. Extremity is another haunted house film. I don't really recommend it as much, but I kind of like where they were going. I just didn't think they pulled it off as good as like this one, even though I think this kind of reminded me a lot of, this is nothing original, let me put it that way, but it is entertaining enough and worth buying. I think you're not going to get no nudity. Some of the, I guess what you call supposed kill scenes or whatever, or kill scenes, whatever you want to call them, the gore was decent. It wasn't terrible on some of the scenes, so I kind of enjoyed that. There's definitely at least 2 or 3 that I really enjoyed. But they were able to pull this film off without no nudity, and I can if you can pull off a horror film with no nudity at all, and you don't have to do that. This film didn't have to do that, and I can respect that. Some people, I notice a lot of people, they'll come out and be like, "Oh, it's no nudity. I'm not watching the motherfucker." Fuck that, man. If they can pull it off, like this film pulled it off. So I enjoyed some of the kills. I really enjoyed the ending. I thought they ended it really well. But I mean, the film's not going to blow you away. So I recommend watching it. I would definitely recommend this film. Go get it. It's cheap, and it's Halloween, and it's a haunt movie. How you pass that up? Anyway, go check it out. That's the review. Appreciate y'all hanging with me. I'll come back and hang again sometime.